Welcome to the baking aisle, everybody. Let me share my apple hand pies recipe with you. It was one of my holiday favorites. Let's start by making the crust. Guys, I'm using my food processor for this process, but you can totally use your hand. So in my food processor, I am going to add 450 grams of all-purpose flour, and I am adding that in 2 batches. After adding the first batch to the bottom of my food processor, I add 250 grams of cold unsalted butter that I have cubed. Then I add the remaining part of the all-purpose flour. And to that mixture, you're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt and 4 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Next, you're going to pulse that 5 times. You can do it for less, but not for so much more. At the end of pulsing 5 times, you would still see chunks of butter. Next, you want to add cold water. Your water should be really cold here. And I'm adding up to 5 tablespoons. First, and then I pulse it for another 3 times. If you see that your mixture is not coming together, it's still very sandy, you can add another 3 tablespoons of cold water. Give that another 3 pulses. Next, when you see the flour coming together, you want to turn this onto your work surface. Make sure that your work surface is clean, guys. And with clean hands, what you want to do is try to bring the flour and the butter together. Don't knead. The aim here is not for you to knead this. The aim is to bring them together into a manageable ball. This might take some time, but guys, patience, okay? Once you can get it into a ball just like this, you want to place it on a cling film and using your hands encourage it to a shape that you want. I am making mine into a rectangular shape because this will help when I try to roll it out. And after this, place this in your fridge for at least 30 minutes. I did 45 minutes. Now, after 30 to 45 minutes, bring out your dough and it's time to do the process called lamination. Now, during this process is when you create those flaky layers. So what you do is you roll and fold them in trifolds, and then you can repeat this process 3 to 4 times. Now that you've done it 3 to 4 times, your dough is ready to use. Place it in the refrigerator again because you want to use cold dough at all times, and then bring it out when you're ready. Now let's get on and make the filling. So for the filling, I'm using 2 pink lady apples. I love these apples because they are really firm and crunchy. So guys, you can totally use whichever kind of apples that you have on hand. That is no problem. It's according to your preference, okay? So now you want to peel, core, and dice your apples. After dicing your apples, you want to add about 3 teaspoons of lemon juice to it. This will prevent browning, and of course it will also give the final product some kind of tanginess. Now add your diced apple to a pan. One teaspoon of lemon juice. 50 grams of granulated sugar. Then add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of corn flour, and a 1/4 cup of water. Now you want to give that a stir and bring it to a boil. Remember, we're not trying to cook the apple to doneness here. We're only trying to make all the ingredients to come together. As soon as your mixture thickens up, you want to get it off the stove, pour it in a bowl and let it cool. So guys, I hope you're enjoying this video so far. If you are, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And guys, if you have not already subscribed to this channel, consider doing so and hit the notification bell when you do, so that you will get all notifications when I upload new videos. Now it's time to bring everything together. Now bring out your dough from the fridge and then roll it into the general shape that you would like. I am using half of my dough here. That's because I have another project to do with the other half. Aim to roll your dough to 1/8 of an inch thickness. You can totally roll it a little thicker than that if you prefer, but I like to keep it at 1/8 of an inch. After rolling your dough, you want to cut it into strips. Next, you want to spoon your filling on each of the strips. Now brush the edges with your egg wash and then bring the other side of the strip to cover the filling. Now using the tine of a fork, press down on each side to close this pie. After closing the pies, you can use a sharp knife to clean up the edges so that they are sharp and pretty. Place this on your tray that is lined with parchment paper. Next step is to refrigerate this for another 30 minutes to 1 hour. Okay, so after 1 hour, you get out your pies and it's time to egg wash every single pie. So after doing that, use a sharp knife and give it some slant slits just for the beauty, and of course this is also like a vent. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit because you need a very hot oven to start with. So now place this in your oven and bake it for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, reduce your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And also during this time, I like to bring out my pies and then I brush it again with egg wash. I like doing this twice for that extra goldenness, guys. So after doing this, I also sprinkle it with some sugar and then I place it in the oven that is now 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I bake it for additional 15 minutes. Guys, what do you think? This is absolutely delicious. These pies went so quickly. Thank you for staying to the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and also don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.